In this video, we're going to be drawing a fluted giant clam or Phaisua freehand with color pencils. We will begin the outline of the clam with cream color. Now we will continue working on our outline with salmon pink. This will help to define the wavy shape at the edge of the shell, which may also be known as the upper margin. We will use light cerulean blue to outline the top. This is likely because it will only be showing the mantle, which is the soft colored tissue of the clam. You can see we started to outline the siphon. We will again use salmon pink to continue to outline the shell. The shell of the clam may also be known as the valve. As a reference, here are some words used to describe the fluted giant clam in a few Polynesian languages. The fluted giant clam is known as Phaisua in Samoa. A large clam may be known as Olepe Nui in Hawaii or Hawaii. A clam may be known as Vasua in Tonga. The fluted giant clam or scaly clam likely got its common names in part because of the flutes or pleated grooves in the shell and or the wavy shape of the upper margins. As a side note, the scientific classification of clams places them with mollusca or mollusk and also bivalvia or bivalve. Bivalve is a reference to the two hinged parts of the shell. The outward shape of the shell may also be known as the ribs. The pleated grooves on the side that grow outward from the ribs may also be known as the scutes. Fluted giant clam or scaly clam has a scientific name of Tridacna squamosa. We will now add some inverted marks to represent the texture of the folds. Now we'll add some lines at the bottom to represent the seafloor. We will again use light cerulean blue to help define the shape and patterns of the mantle. We are using indigo blue to define a pattern at the edge of the mantle. Now we're using cobalt turquoise to darken the edge of the mantle. To continue work on the mantle, all three blue colors were used and alternated. We will again use indigo blue to work on the siphon and add some shading or value to the mantle. This larger siphon should be the in-current siphon. There should be a smaller X-current siphon. From this angle, it might have been hidden from view, so I just left it out of the drawing. Light cerulean blue was again used to help fill in the color of the mantle, including near the edges. In addition to indigo blue, I used peacock blue to work on some of the areas of the mantle. As a side note, Phaisua is mentioned in Samoan mythology as noted in Olepese Tatau Samoa, or the Samoan tattooing song. I used olive green to help shade or add value to darken the folds. I also used it around the internal edges of the scutes. After those areas including the folds were a little bit darker, I then used olive green lightly to fill in all of the shell. As a side note, the line from the song is Ua va'ailoa o se Phaisua ua te lei, which means they saw a giant clam, or they saw a large fluted giant clam. Within the context of the song, the Phaisua was a distraction to the twin sisters Tilafainga and Taema. The lyrics and translation to the full song will be linked below in the description. I also used mulberry color in various locations to represent coralline algae that may be spreading in separate areas. At this point, I'm using mulberry to add little bits of marine life growing on the shell. I chose olive green because I thought it would represent green algae that would be growing over the shell of a large mature clam. Near this, I used canary yellow to represent highlights on what may be the leaves of algae. Again, I used light cerulean blue to represent the ocean water as background. Since some of the cream from the initial outline was still showing, I just used cream again around the outside of the clam. I added blue over the top of the cream to help mute it down a little bit. To finish it off, I used cream to add sand color to the seafloor. This concludes the freehand drawing for Phaisua, or fluted giant clam. I'm glad to have shared the process with you. Fa'afetai le lava mo lau mai mua mai. Thank you very much for your view.